golden brown. You will break the cycle for good. Stop feeling misunderstood. Communities in the veins of you and me. Less noise, more listening, listening. Less noise, more listening. Less noise, more listening, listening. Less noise, more listening. We have something to say. We have something to pay forward. I'm fed up with the futile attempts. I'm fed up with the fakeness. I'm fed up with the cluelessness. And beginning again for future generations. Why are we here anyway? To only hear the TV games. Why are we here anyway? Communities in the veins of you and me. Less noise, more listening, listening. Less noise, more listening. Less noise, more listening, listening. Less noise, more listening.
Hello, thank you, Mark. I appreciate you blasting me out. You're actually the perfect person to be tuned into today's song. And this is a disclaimer before I talk about what today's song is about. I love Memphis. I am a 6th generation Memphian, and I'm so freaking proud of that. I love being in Memphis. I like creating here. I feel a lot of creativity here. I feel it just in the atmosphere of downtown Memphis. I'm so proud to have so many incredible artistic friends here. I mean, the level of creativity and just general like craftsmanship, like there's so much art happening in Memphis, and I want to just be a part of the change that gets more respect and more suitable venues for its artists. There's been so much talk about the heritage of Memphis, so much talk about we are a music city, and there's building a new neon sign on the above Beale Street, Music City, America, whatever, Memphis. That's the noise. That's the BS that we don't need. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just like bright lights and it's just noisy, Like, actually, how about instead of spending your money on that sign, spend it on talking to your, spend that time talking to your actual artists who are living in the streets of Memphis. You know what I'm talking about? Like, let's get the discussion going and be honest with each other about what needs to change to support the arts properly so we can thrive, not just, survive in Memphis. I absolutely cannot instill it enough that I love being a Memphis artist. I really do. I get frustrated, and it's discouraging a lot of the time to just stay here. It makes me want to leave, and that's why I've toured so freaking much these past 10 years, because I can't make a living here, and I don't feel like I'm heard here. So I think the main problem is there's not a listening culture instilled in Memphis, Tennessee for its artists to be heard properly. I feel like the red carpet is rolled out every other city. Little Rock has amazing venues. I am heard there. I am respected there. New Mexico. I mean, everywhere else, I feel like they understand how to cater to their musicians. My parents started their own house concert series here in Memphis because they got so sick of having to go hear me at a 10 o'clock start time in a smoking bar. So they started a house concert, and they give all the money to the artists, all of it. So I'm sorry to like feel like I'm being ranty or like I have anger today or something. Like, it's just, I really care about Memphis and I want to see my fellow artists succeed here, and I want to feel like they can prosper here, and I want to be really proud, especially to have like outsiders come and visit Memphis to hear music and feel like they have a lot of cool things to go see in one night. You know, like when I'm in Austin, I hop from bar to bar after my own show is done to go hear another amazing artist. You know, there's constantly something going on. And maybe like that's the solution. Like I want to be a part of the solution and actually start an open conversation here today, because Austin and Texas in general has so much of their identity tied up in their music. And that's the ticket. That's how the people who live in Texas who aren't musicians, they know that it's part of the game. When you go out at night, you go to listen and respect the artist because it has been instilled in the culture and instilled in the identity of Texas. So yes, Memphis may be building a fancy, bright, glittery sign over Beale Street, but what does that do for the actual listening culture of its own people? Like, what is that doing? So I'm all for Memphis. I'm kind of fed up, and I want people, comment below with your own experiences. If you're an outsider, like you visited Memphis maybe once on a weekend and want to hear about like your experience of listening to music in Memphis. And yes, Layla, girlfriend, I'm all about Austin, Texas. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. I really do care, and thank you, Kenny, for saying that. I really do deeply care about my hometown. I absolutely love Memphis. It's cool, it's authentic, it's real, it's cooler than Nashville. I'm sorry, I'm so biased. Obviously, I'm gonna be biased when it comes to Nashville versus Memphis. But I don't mean to compare either. Like, we are our own unique thing. And Mark, I want to thank you for saying something. I meant to mention you. So South Main Sounds is an amazing venue that actually is catering to listening to the artists. And yeah, I implore all of you to go to that venue. It's on South Main, obviously. Mark started it up, and it's a Songwriters in the Round type of series. And you go there to listen and respect and hear the stories of the artists. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. The Sunday choir is going to have a hard time matching up with the pregame. Thank you. Thank you so much, Kyle. Larry, that sentiment applies to many things: art, music, education, religion, politics, etc. You are correct. Austin is incredible. I see this in the smaller communities where I live. So what communities, I guess you're from Texas or something? I can't remember. I've sent a package to you. I can't remember where you're from, but anyway. Y'all, please just share this to your page and get a conversation going. I have seen a TED Talk that Sarah Stramel did recently, and she does get the conversation started, but I want an actual like follow up to that, like an actual solution offered. I'm really proud of Sarah for doing that. I think it's really cool that she got the conversation going. But like I said, like I think the artists themselves need to step in and add to that, and by offering like their ideas and their opinions into the suggestion box and get a solution offered and take some actionable steps. So yes, a listening culture. Yes, that is the prime problem, Memphis. That is the #1 problem. There is no listening culture instilled yet. I would love earlier shows and more respectful venues. Driving from Arkansas to your 9 p.m. Memphis gig on a weeknight was a killer sometimes. Amen, brother. And even Mike Doty. Y'all, okay, I'm gonna call out a venue who did something that was unbelievable. Rail Garden. It's a newer venue, and I really respect that they're doing something really cool and unique and catering to more, another live music venue for artists to pick from. That's awesome. But they had Dale Watson, like one of my musical heroes. He's such a badass. Dale Watson is bringing an awards show to Memphis, Metropolitan Awards. He just did it last week and brought thousands of new people to Memphis. He's doing so much for this city. He played Rail Garden like a month ago, and I went to see him, and they had football playing in front of him on like a huge pull-down screen, like covering the side of this wall. Football right in front of the stage by him where he was playing. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, Memphis? Like, do you know who Dale Watson is? Like, what is going on? He's a legend. Like, he's Mr. Austin, Texas. I'm sure, Layla, you know who I'm talking about. It was just really disappointing and disheartening to see that. Like, I want my heroes to be really respected. And I get, like, to bring people in, sometimes you gotta have football playing, but, like, then call yourself a sports bar. Don't call yourself a music venue. Same problem in Nashville. Out in Louisiana, I need you somewhere close to here. I love Louisiana. There's definitely a culture of music love there too. I've played all over Louisiana, and they get it. And they have the same amount of musical heritage as Memphis does in Louisiana. You know, there's insane amount. Like, that's American music was born in Tennessee and Louisiana and Arkansas and Mississippi, like those 4 states. And I'm probably leaving a couple out, but you know what I'm saying. I don't want to get ranty, like I said, but I really want the conversation started. So share this on your page if you liked it. And I want to end out the show with an Elvis record that was recorded at Stax, and Norbert Putnam signed it for me when we hung out a couple times about, a couple years ago, because Norbert played bass on these Stax. Yeah, he played bass on these Stax records with Elvis. He was in actual sessions. So he gave me the vinyl, and he signed it for me. And I'm going to end out the show with this for a little more Memphis love. Thank you again for joining me, and I don't want to, I don't want to piss people off, but I also want to live according to my own truths and be very honest with you all. And I hope you all can be honest with me and share your opinions below on the current state of Memphis's music scene. Please be honest with me, and I want to hear your ideas and maybe offer solutions, Oh, this is really hard to do one-handed. Hang on. There we go. Thank you, Debbie Denny, by the way. I appreciate you showing some love on here. And Lori. I love Elvis too, Miss Lori. I do too. And I love Memphis, okay? So don't get me wrong. This is a Memphis love live stream. I just want to, improve the city and be part of the change for the better, okay? I love you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, share it on your wall if you like this message and want to help get a solution offered and make some change in the city of Memphis, because it's an amazing city. All right, bye.